Hey friends, it is me, Stace. Welcome back to another Friday PIP, which is our Pinterest inspired project. As you can see, we're in the kitchen. We are making the best lunch lady peanut butter bars recipe. So I already have all of my ingredients prepped. Alright, so in a bowl, you want to have 1 cup of butter softened, which is 2 sticks. To that, you're going to add the sugar. So we have 1 cup of regular white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to cream these together real quick. Okay, they're all mixed together. Now to that, we're going to add in the vanilla. So we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then the eggs. I have 2 large eggs, and it says the peanut butter. So we need 1 cup of peanut butter. I'm just going to add that in there. Get on my beater to get off my spoon. Okay, so we have the peanut butter in there. Now we're just going to combine these together. I'm going to scrape down the sides of my bowl. Okay. Alright, that is together. So now we're going to add to that, add oats, flour, baking soda, and salt. So I have 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. I'm going to add that in. We might have to go to the spoon. Change to the spoon and just mix those in. Alright, they're nicely mixed. Now we're going to do our flour. I'm actually going to do my flour. This is 2 cups of flour. I'm going to do half and then get this one mixed in and then do the other half. Alright, so it looks like I have most of it mixed in. Again, I'm going to clean off my spoon here. That's my oven preheated. We want that preheated to 350. Alright, so I think we're pretty good. So I'm going to actually spoon this whole thing on there. And then we're going to kind of flatten it out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is spray my spoon. Okay. Alright, so stick as much. So it definitely is thick. Okay, just all right, now that we have it all there on our sides, now I want to take a measuring cup. I'm going to spray the back of this and then just press this down. Okay, so it's just a more of an even layer. And then we're going to bake this for 15 minutes, and then we're going to put the topping on while it's still warm. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean up, pop this in the oven, and I'll come back to you guys with 15 minutes. Alright friends, we are back. We have about 10 seconds or so until our bars are done. When they come out, we're going to spread the peanut butter on top of that, let it cool, and then make our frosting. Alright, so we are done with that. Alright, so here are the bars. Turn the oven off. Now it says to use 2 spoons and spread the peanut butter on while this is hot. So just like kind of drop it by, the smaller the teaspoon that you use, the quicker it will melt. Alright, so we're good with that. Now I'm going to take a rubber spatula and let that sit. It did say let it sit for about 4 to 5 minutes. Oh, 5 to 6 minutes. Let it sit for 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so we're going to make our frosting. Alright, so in my bowl, I have a half a cup of butter. It was not room temperature, so I did put it in the microwave. All right, so to our butter, we're gonna just add all of our ingredients. So we have our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, the 1/4 cup of milk, the 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and our powdered sugar. And I'm gonna do the powdered sugar in stages. Okay, I'm gonna grab another rubber spatula just to scrape down the bowl. Okay. And now we're gonna add the rest of our powdered sugar. Looks pretty good. If Puppy was here, he'd be licking those beaters. Alright, I'm just going to give it one more mix. You want it to where it's nice and smooth, which it is. I'll bring it over there so you can see it. And that look yummy. Nice and smooth. No lumps are in there, which is good. Alright, now we're going to see if we can spread that peanut butter. Again, I'm going to take my cooking spray and spray the back of my spoon. Alright. Yeah, okay, so it's spreading nicely. So you want to let the peanut butter set back up before you add your frosting, otherwise it's just all going to mix together. And let this cool off a little bit. Then comes the fun part. We're going to cut it in bars and give it a taste. Yeah, that spread out really nicely. Okay, so we'll take them out of the oven, put your peanut butter on top, make your frosting, and then by that time your peanut butter should be set up. Alright, so it says here, then let the bars cool until the peanut butter has set up. And then we're going to add our frosting. So I'll come back once the peanut butter is set up. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright my friends, we are back. This has been sitting now after the frosting has been on it for probably a good 45 minutes. I did cut into it already, but I forgot to hit record on my camera. So we're going to act like I did not do that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And then I'm going to take my fork and I will bring it to you so you can see it. And you can make these be as small or as little as you want just by how you cut them. So let me bring that to you so you can see it closer. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? All right. And I already have one cut over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on back and taste this one. All right, so just a little piece. Alright, my impression is they're really good. You have the chewiness, a little bit of crunch at the actual bar level, but I do think the icing is a tad bit too sweet. It did call for 3 cups of powdered sugar. If I were to make it again, I probably wouldn't make this much. I'd probably cut the recipe in half and do like a 1/4 sheet pan. This is way too much for hubby and I. And I would also change the amount of sugar in the icing. You know, so when you're making the icing, add the powdered sugar in stages, just a little bit at a time until it gets to your sweetness level versus adding the whole 3 cups. Then you can kind of, control how sweet that is, but I think it's pretty good. I'll definitely make it again. Now, it does not say how to store this. I'm going to guess because peanut butter at room temperature never hardens. It's just a creaminess. And I'm guessing that the icing on top's not going to harden either. So I might put it in the fridge, cover it up with aluminum foil, or put it in like a little baking dish with a lid and put it in the fridge that way. I don't know. It does not say on here how to store it, but that's probably what I would do. Maybe do half in the fridge to see how it turns out, and then do the other half at room temperature. But overall, I would give it an A-, only because it was easy to make. It was definitely time consuming with the peanut butter, letting that sit. But you definitely taste the peanut butter. I taste the oatmeal. I think it's really good, but I'm going to give it an A- just because I think it's a tad bit too sweet for my own personal preference. But there you have it, a super, somewhat easy Pinterest-inspired project. Again, this was called the Best Lunch Lady Peanut Butter Bars Recipe. And it says it makes 24 servings, and our little note said that we'd like a bigger bar, so we usually cut the bars into 24 squares. We usually cut them smaller. So again, on how you cut these is your serving size. I'd probably cut them smaller. I don't think it's too rich or anything. It's not heavy on my belly. It's just a nice little dessert. Something sweet, something chocolatey, something peanut buttery, something else with a crunch. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys go. Any questions, my friends, please let me know. I will have my blog linked below, and I will also have this original pin on my blog. And I will have the full recipe on my blog as well. Any questions, please let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.